right, perfect. So today it's gonna be back day. I'm not even gonna try. I mean, I'm completely certain that I'm gonna get a good pump. That's just something like sometimes, like not often, but for the most part, back is just super consistent. Like I never really have an off day. Like legs, sometimes you might be a little extra tired, or chest, you might just not really get a ton of good blood flow or whatever for me. But I couldn't remember the last time I had a bad back day. Like, you just pull some shit and then you're pumped. If you're really lifting hard, you can get a back pump just from doing something else. Getting a lot of questions about what I'm drinking in the jug. What is it? Is it orange juice? Is it pre-workout? No. Are there aminos? People are asking me if there's aminos in there. No, there's nothing special. It's just Tang. No, not what you're thinking. No, it's an orange drink, just the powdered sugar, Tang. It could be whatever. You can do Gatorade powder. If I'm dieting, I'll do Crystal Light, which is just this sugar-free, like water flavoring. But you know, if you're trying to bulk up, you need more calories. You may as well do a carb intra workout. Pretty much everything else, I'll do the same style of lift. Like I'll end up doing the same exercises in the same order. But for back, I'll actually kind of change it up. Like one back day will be more like rows, a lot more rowing. And then the next one will be more like pull downs and stuff. Shit, 3 sets of pull downs. Already pumped. This is a pretty good machine. It sucks having to load the weight up by hand. I'm right underneath the speaker. I wonder if I'll get in trouble for this. You know, copyright and whatnot. Oh. That might be too heavy. In terms of like drop sets, obviously throughout the lift I'm throwing in all sorts of shit. So one that I sort of like is you basically do like a pre-exhaust on one exercise, then move on to the next one, right? But instead of just doing a straight set, you do, you know, like 5 reps with the right arm, 5 with the left, back and forth, maybe like 3 times, and then do a double arm movement. Just just a different stimulus. I don't necessarily have a scientific reason. All I know is I get a filthy pump. That's all the scientific reason you need. If your gym has mag grips like this handle, yeah, consider yourself lucky. Super good. So if you've got any sort of pattern recognition skills, you'd realize I'm wearing the same kind of pants every lift. And if you came from the TikTok, I wear the same pair of pants every fucking post. I got like 7 of these of like a few different colors, and of course there's 6, so people ask where I get them. But I've been gatekeeping because I wanted to like email the company and like get a promo code, but he wouldn't get back to me. So I guess no money for me. But I'll put the link down below. I just found them on Amazon. If you're like taller than 5'8", you're gonna want to get the double XL. If you're like 5'6" and below, then you could probably be all right in the L. But for me, these are the double XL. I'm like 5'11". They're perfect. $130s will be all right. 150s might be pushing it. I'll save that for chest. I'm not necessarily one for gym etiquette, but like right now, the gym's pretty much empty, which I like because I get to jump onto different machines and shit. But if you're doing supersets between like 2 machines and somebody wants to use one of them, you can't kick them off. It doesn't matter how big you are, you're still just an asshole. Like, you gotta share shit. I'm swinging a little. If you're going really heavy, you will. It's not that bad. A little bit of playful form. It's good for growth. But all right, so, pull downs, rows. What else is left? Pullovers. So, I don't really care for double arm pullovers. I can't squeeze it that hard. So I've been liking just one arm at a time. It's not even about the weight, you just get a crazy burn. It's like I'd call this like the back equivalent of like a chest fly. Like, that's a perfect pre-exhaust where you go like back and forth and then you do like a lat pull down. That would be actually, maybe I'll do that at the end. That would be good. It's come to my attention that there's a bit of a subculture of lifters that don't like pre-workout because they don't want to be dependent on it. They don't want to forget their pre-workout and then, feel like they're going to be tired during the lift. As far as I'm concerned, it's just not optimal, right? You may as well take the risk of forgetting it, which I don't know how long I've been lifting. I've forgotten it maybe like twice. It's not that fucking bad. And in terms of, things that you can be doing to things that you can be doing to like optimize your lifting, like creatine, pre-workout, like caffeine, the arginine, citrulline, eating a lot of food. These are proven to fucking work, so why wouldn't you do it? That's just my point of view. You need to breathe air every day to live. You're dependent on that. You need to fucking buy gas. You're dependent on that. We're not. Yeah, somebody's making fucking faces at me. Goddamn lat. But yeah, you're dependent on all sorts of shit. You may as well try and optimize everything you can if you want results. I probably can't even do the stack, but I'll go with it. Ah, Jesus. All right, one more set. Little rule of thumb, it's always better to go heavier than you think you can than find out that you went lighter than you thought you could. I wouldn't mind that as a gravestone, as my final quote, actually. All right. Let's check the pump. I should be able to see something just through the shirt. If I actually did the lift right. Ooh. Yeah, that's, like I said before, the back pump is so consistent. Just every time, always a good lift. The waist of the shirt doesn't stretch. I don't want to rip it. Oh shit. Here we go. Let's see what's going on the back. Well, that about does it. Time for calves. Another good day in the books. That's one thing, you miss a few days if you're busy with school or something, or you gotta go. You got responsibilities. It's sometimes you gotta put stuff above the gym. As much as I hate to say it, like, it's kind of a back and forth because you got to maintain your life. You can't just go to the gym and lift and be a beast.
but you want to optimize what you do outside of the gym such that, you know, outside distractions or other kind of obligations or stuff don't get in the way. You know, let's say you want to party on Friday night, to get your ass in the gym before 3. Because I know if it's 6 and your buddy texts you to come out, you're going to skip. You're going to skip the gym, you're going to go out, you're not going to make any progress. That's one thing people ask me, what time do I lift? I kind of almost thought of it as a weird question, but I guess I sort of forgot people lift in the morning. As far as I'm concerned, you're going to want to eat a couple of meals before you hit the gym. Like, even if you're dieting, I wouldn't want to just wake up and go straight to the gym and start squatting, start benching. That's not, you're just not going to feel good. Like, it's just, it doesn't make sense that the two would be comparable. To lift after 8 hours of no eating and you're all stiff from waking up, you're not warm, you're not loose, versus waiting till later in the day, you've taken in some calories, you've been moving around, you're already, you know, totally awake and alert, and in a sense you're pretty much actually fueled to put out some effort in the gym. But you gotta keep in mind, this is, you know, schedule dependent. This is person to person. Like, let's say you're working a labor job, right? You got 9 to 5 of like actual fucking work, you know, not just sitting in a lecture hall, writing notes and doing homework. So at the end of the day, you're probably fucking gassed. You know, I wouldn't blame that person. I wouldn't blame that guy for lift in the morning, because that's when he feels the freshest. That's when he can put as much effort in as he can and actually feels like he gets a good workout. So, bulking, you gotta eat. You gotta eat your food. If you really want to gain weight, you gotta eat. If you say that your metabolism is super high, I eat 6,000 calories a day, I can't get big. It's not true. I know a lot of people where they say, okay, I don't know a lot. I've heard people say to me before, yo man, I've been eating 8,000 calories. I've been eating 6,000 calories every day. I can't gain any weight. My scale's not changing. I can't gain weight. It's not true. That's not the truth. If someone is, let's just make an estimate, 175 pounds, and they cannot gain weight, but they're saying that they're trying to gain weight, all that means they're not eating enough food. But what's really important is your daily caloric intake, how much food you eat in a day. If you're not gaining weight, that means that you're not eating enough. And there is zero question about the legitimacy of that statement. You are not gaining weight, you are not eating enough. So that's a hard pill to swallow for hard gainers, which in all honesty, I'm not convinced that I know a hard gainer. I'm more likely to believe that I know people who don't really know how to diet correctly, or it's not necessarily that you're a genetic freak and your metabolism is just beyond the charts. It's more likely that you just, you think 2 turkey sandwiches a day with a 5-egg breakfast should be getting you massive. Which it might not be your fault that you think that, because it might feel like a lot of food to you, but it's not enough. It's not going to be enough. And some people can eat more food than others and just be comfortable. Like a lot of people who you would walk around and look at and say that they're lean, and they're not really trying to diet or anything. They're just comfortable eating, less food than you. If you're, let's say a little bit softer at, whatever body weight, you're just used to eating that much food. That's like what you're used to. So it's going to be harder for you to diet down. And for those people who are used to just eating a little bit less food, that's just what their natural baseline of hunger is at. It's going to be a little bit harder for them to eat more. But regardless of your state, you're going to have to eat some more fucking food. Good, how about you? I think I'm just going to do 4 of the ranch grilled chicken burritos and then a bunch of mild sauce. No, I think that would be it. Yeah, it's perfect. Thanks. Like I was saying, eat that much food.